Sakura Moon. Sakura Moon. Find and fix all engine problems. Timing parts. Sloppy car steering. Car is loud. Car steering sucks, but... Hey, another green car. I actually like this one also. This actually... I think we've talked about getting the Sakura Moon. It's only a two-door car, which is fine, I guess. I really like the inside. Touchscreen isn't my favorite. I like that part of the song. Also, analog clock. Again, also not my favorite. But the inside otherwise looks really good. I kind of like this green. This is a nice car. What's the trunk space look like? Whoa, that's kind of crazy, isn't it? I don't know how I feel about that. Back down. All right, what's up? That's a lot of engine parts. 75% is okay. Just a couple of timing parts. Sloppy car steering. Not a whole lot for car steering also, but that's all right. Let's see if it's the pistons, because if it is, then we'll just take apart the whole engine. You're really taking that 75% to heart, huh? This isn't what's going to tell me about the pistons. All the timing stuff's on the right instead of the front. What kind of engine is this? And on the right, I mean, like stage left, stage right, yeah. Spark plug, fuel rail. Okay. The compression looks good. Piston with Conrad. Alright, well, it's going to have to be everything. Let's just get the electrical just for the sake of it. Alternator, starter, fuel pump. These are really the most important things about these testing tools, is knowing whether the pistons are bad, because that means we have to take apart pretty much the whole engine, and then knowing whether the fuel pump is bad, because otherwise we might miss it at the back of the car there. We are also going to just really quick here test everything about the air filter, because that sometimes contributes to cars loud. Not often though. Can I see the air filter proper? Yeah. Alright, so that's all good. There was something else I was going to do here. I don't remember. Car is loud. Okay, well, whatever. Let's just get it all out of here. I remember this is an i4 engine. Maybe it is. I don't know. Oh, I remember what I was going to do. Why I pulled away from the car for a second. Because I was going to check my experience, which is enough to get our next upgrade. Which is going to be fast assembly. So let's see how what sort of like game changer this is. That's much faster, actually. It doesn't change the speed at which the parts sort of dissolve away, but in terms of just holding the right mouse button down, it's a lot quicker. This part's pretty much the only good part in the car, the turbocharger. Everything must go. Liquidation sale on all car simulator parts. Okay. Let's do some timing work while we're at it, because there were a couple of timing parts I think that were bad. Yep. This one... Where? Oh, here. And then this. I mean, I think this is bad also, yeah. And again, it's all going to have to go anyway because we have to get into the engine block, so... I think this deal can stay, whatever it is. Hey, the fuel oil is bad. I think we knew that. Everything must go. Oh, fuel filter's bad. Actually, the camshaft was in good shape. So was the engine head itself. And then one of the 3 air filter clips. That's our nasty little bit there. Oh, you know what? We're going to have to drain the oil. Let's just do that. Maybe in a later upgrade, we can move the fuel or the oil pan or the oil drain to a more reasonable spot in the garage. There we go. Okay. Right in front of the first aid kit. I think that's probably the safest place to keep it. Okay. And we'll see here. It looks like there is a crankshaft bearing cap that's bad. Oh, the crankshaft itself is bad. So, whatever. It's all gonna have to come out anyway. Let's get the gearbox stuff while we're down here. Which means... in this car, the starter is not attached to the gearbox? Yes, it is. Crap. Let's do that now. Wasn't thinking. Can I take the pistons out now? We would have had to, I guess, raise the car anyway for that, so... Where's that piston down so low? There's a specific spot where I can grab it right there. What happens if we pull this while there's no... That's fun. That's probably the fastest way to like grind experience is if you get fast like assembly disassembly and then just pull out the dipstick a bunch of times, because each time that counts as removing and replacing a part in terms of experience. So that right there just got me like 12 experience, which in the grand scheme of things isn't that much, but we are going to need to remove you. You know, the rim is in pretty good shape. Oh, both of those are bad. The steering rack also looks bad, so... And we are going to have to take out the, not the drive shaft, but the... I guess it is the drive shaft. So this is a, would this be called a front wheel drive car? Because there's nothing actually making the rear wheels spin. So all the force is going on the front wheels, and the rear wheels are just sort of doing their own thing. Does maybe like the I4, I6 stuff mean like it has to do with like the rear wheel drive aspect of it? Was that part bad? It was bad. Good to know. I want to go back to here. The exhaust looked bad too. We still need a couple of sloppy car steering parts, yeah. Which it looks like it's going to be this. It's probably in the back. What do I need to do? I need to remove the gearbox. I cannot remove the gearbox. I need to remove the... Oh, right. I just got a taste for something. I need to think about what it is. Or even what cuisine it is, I guess. All this stuff has to go in order to get the crankshaft out. You have to go, and you have to go. Everything must go. Which I've now said, I believe, 4 times. There's still an engine problem? There's not any engine left? The oil filter, I guess, is bad. Yeah, alright. Well, you know, if the oil filter's bad, that sometimes just means, like, the oil would need to have been changed anyway. Not that we are an oil change shop, but... Okay, so we are just looking for a single bad car steering part. Oh, we also need to take out the fuel pump. So the search back here. This. Yep, that little sway bar rear end link, which unfortunately means you need to come out. Alright, I think that means we've found everything now. We found all the engine timing. Okay. Now we fix. 75% is our threshold, so... Nice. 61, 63. 80, okay, that's something that's fixed. 100. 88. So now, okay, stop. We just fixed something that we didn't need to, which was risk, because 75% is the threshold, right? Yeah, okay. Everything else, everything in here is either too low or is at 75%, like the cam gear, which is, I think, still fine. Because, okay, so we have 2 spark plugs that are bad and then 1 that's at 75%. How many did the order say were bad? Just 2? Yeah, okay, so with parts exceeding minimum condition. So I guess that, yeah, this is 74 or below. Okay. Alright. Alright. Now we go and put stuff back. Unfortunately, like, doing it this way is just a slower process because I can't just, like, mass buy stuff. So we are going to get kind of less work done. Well, no, I guess that's not true because Fraps is still recording. Even if I'm doing, like, a skip. So it just means that the videos are longer, I guess. This is an i4. We already learned this. Rear muffler i4. with the shiny exhaust. Exhaust. How about pipe? Pipe. Alright, navigate our way back up the fuel pump. Fuel pump. Now we navigate our way back up the car. Put this... Oh, the steering rack was straight up bad. It was junk, so we couldn't even fix it. So that's actually... That's where we get our profit. Inner. Over there. What was this exhaust deal? Front exhaust section turbo. Section turbo. Right here. You do need one outer tie rod. Outer. Can I reach it? I could not. But now we can. Okay. Crankshaft. Crankshaft. Okay, this makes sense. The timing parts are usually, I just had like an epiphany. Thank you to Wolfray 104. Wolfray A 104? Whatever. The timing parts are usually on the opposite side of the gearbox. So when the timing parts are on the front and the gearbox is in the back, usually if the gearbox is in the back, it's connected to the sort of drive shaft that goes the whole length of the car, which means that it's a four-wheel drive, because the drive shaft allows, or may not be a four-wheel drive, it might just be a rear-wheel drive, because, yeah, without that like transfer pack. Yeah, okay, this is all like clicking now. If the drive shaft goes to the back, that means that it's powering the turning of the rear wheels. If there's a transfer case, that means it's also powering the front wheels. If the drive shaft is going through the gearbox, then that means it's just powering the front wheels. And it's a front wheel drive. We now understand how cars work. Hopefully I didn't already buy that part. I did not. Great. While I was having my sort of like learning moment there. I can now be promoted to car engineer simulator. Okay. Because this is called a front drive shaft. I want this wheel, or this rim, to look the best, because this is the part that most people are going to see. Because you are more likely to have somebody sitting in the driver's seat of a car than in the passenger seat. I think that is logical. We need to replace this sway bar, don't we? Yeah. Supernova. Front end link A. Yep. Okay, I think that's all we can do from... I guess I could replace the oil filter. Okay, I think now that's all I can do from under the... well, no. I want the middle one to be the one closest to being... closest to breaking, because then the outer ones will still be able to keep it in place. Okay, now I need to put the pistons in, so we have to lower it. Alright. And yeah, we will need to buy a new piston here. Piston. Now they both are with Conrad, so what's the name all about? What is a Conrad? Does it matter what a Conrad is? Engine head cover. I4. Okay. Spark plug. And we need 2 more spark plugs. Spark. You'd think, like, car can't run without spark plugs. It really kind of drives the whole thing, but they're only $6. So you'd think, like, a part that's more critical to the operation of the car would kind of be worth more. But I'm not... Look, I'm just trying to... I'm trying to justify why it should be a car engineer simulator, not an economist simulator, rather. Alternator, hardly know her. Starter, hardly know her. Oh, I found that to be humorous. Turbocharger, hardly know her. Alright, rule of threes, that's enough. Timing belt. I like that part of the song where it just has that like kind of that like heavy drop. Crankshaft pulley. I like this view, kind of the air filter. Just the texture of it. I like that view of the air filter, honestly, also. Belt tensioner. Keep these cars with their bad belt tensioners. Tensioner? Hardly know her. Was it too soon for a callback? Serpentine belt A. Just a plain old serpentine belt A. It's this one. Okay, I think that's all the timing parts back in. I think all we need to put in is the, because we got the starter back in, is this the fuel pan? And then oil, I guess. And not the fuel pan, but the oil pan. Yeah, because the oil pan is here. All this stuff is either junk or stuff we can fix. Yeah, I think that's all we need to do. I guess I could have looked at the work order. Yeah, because the work order considers this job complete, but it's clearly not. Could a car run without oil? Like, because based on what I'm kind of looking at here, like, the oil is, like, oil is a lubricant, right? So, and it just keeps, like, the pistons from, like, creating too much friction and just destroying the engine. But, like, the car would still run, at least for a short while, right? Before the grinding of the pistons just sort of, like, destroys the engine. So I for sure can't fix any of this, yeah? Yep. It all must go then. Well, sell junk. Save myself some time. Now this all must go. Great. And our experience is not yet at the point where I can get the final upgrade, but we're close. And we also did not make too much from that job. Only at 69,000. I want to get to 75, so let's just do another.